I doubt that anyone would want to be known as an unkind person. And yet most of us at some stage will have found ourselves having unkind thoughts, speaking unkind words perhaps, and maybe even taking unkind actions. Why? Well, I guess because we're human. And sometimes, despite our deep desire to be kind and gentle, we react in ways that hurt other people and leave us feeling disappointed in ourselves. How might we change this? How might we do better? Are there any strategies we can implement to promote our formation as kinder, gentler people? This is a quest we pursue for the sake of our own well-being and for the sake of the world, because the practice of kindness really does make a difference.
آشنایان ره عشق در این بحر عمیق غرقه گشتند و نگشتند به آب آلوده.
همه شب در این امیدم که نسیم صبحگاهی به پیام آشنایان بنوازد آشنا را. الف بده حاجی.
اگر آن ترک شیرازی به دست دارد دل ما را.
حواست کجاست عزیزم؟ چراغ قرمزه.
اگر آن ترک شیرازی به دست دارد دل ما را.
آقا
نه
از اون کیکایی که اون دفعه دادیم بازم
بله
میدی؟
بله حتما. بابا جان بیا آقا بسن بیا. قول میده یه بهتر شی برای اینو بده به اون ماشین بغلی دست درد نکنه.
چی میگی پسر جون چی میگی؟ گل چی؟
بده ساقی می باقی که در جنت نخواهی یافت، کنار آب رکناباد و گلگشت مصلا را.
Do you know when I'm at my least kind? When I'm driving. It doesn't take much for me to become irritated by the slow driver in front of me, or get annoyed when the car I'm waiting for turns left without indicating, or to mutter unkind words about the driver whose indecision causes me to miss the lights. There just seem to be so many bad drivers on the road these days. In my better moments, I realize the futility of such irritation and unkindness. My angst certainly doesn't change the situation, and it doesn't change the driving habits of the other person. But if I allow it to, it can change my mood or my disposition, and not for the better. So how might I allow my awareness of that to better inform my reactions, to help me make kindness a habit? LifeVest Inside is a non-profit organisation dedicated to inspiring, empowering and educating people of all backgrounds to lead a life of kindness. They maintain that the practice of kindness actually leads to a better life. Scientific evidence, they say, demonstrates that experiencing and performing acts of kindness provides an increased sense of self-worth, greater happiness and optimism. Which means that kindness improves the life experience of both the doer and the recipient, and thus helps create a better world for everyone. The story of the Good Samaritan in the 10th chapter of Luke's Gospel is perhaps the most familiar of the parables of Jesus. It has legendary status not just amongst people of faith, but in the secular world as well, where the label Good Samaritan is often used to identify one who acts with kindness toward others. I reckon this story points us to the core message of the life and teaching of Jesus. I'm in no doubt that Jesus' call to kindness is much more central to the gospel than the evangelistic call to faith in Jesus that the church has tended to make central. To my mind, the gospel is about living the faith of Jesus, including the practice of kindness, and not about calling for faith in Jesus. Any way you look at it, Jesus taught and modelled a priority for the practice of kindness. And the practice of kindness, it's good for the soul. It makes us feel better about ourselves, bringing that sense of inner contentment and raising our self-esteem. And as a result, we feel more secure, less defensive, less reactive, and we begin to live with openness and generosity. So, living with kindness is a win-win situation. We're being kind to ourselves, even as we are being kind to others. Additionally, the practice of kindness helps build respect. Being kind to another person inevitably creates a bond of mutual trust and respect. A relationship is built that transcends differences. Even just one act of kindness promotes harmony in the world, modelling peace in place of conflict, love in place of hatred, hope in place of fear, and generosity in place of mistrust. How then might I build the capacity for kindness in myself and in others? Well, it's not that hard. Here are a couple experiments you can try every day, every moment. Firstly, just perform random acts of kindness. Open the door for someone. Greet passers-by with a smile or a good morning. Pick up a piece of rubbish. Offer to carry someone shopping. Let someone into a traffic queue, or maybe a coffee queue. Pay for the next person's coffee, etc., etc., etc. When we act with kindness, we will feel better about ourselves, we will develop the kindness habit, and will encourage others to act with kindness in their lives. So, number 1, perform random acts of kindness. And number 2, notice and express appreciation for the acts of kindness you see around you. If you see someone acting kindly towards someone else, thank them, congratulate them. That word of appreciation will encourage them to make kindness a regular practice in their life. And developing your own awareness to acts of kindness will make you feel better about the world and will empower you to continue to cultivate kindness in your life. It's so simple, but potentially life-changing and world-changing. So why not give it a go? Just be kind.